Ha ha! Ha ha ha! You guys didn't think you was gonna see me that quick, did you? Welcome back to No Filter MMA. How's everybody doing? Boy, some of y'all gonna hate me when this video is over. And it's okay. It's okay. Some of y'all gonna hate me when this video is over. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. There's a lot of shit going on this screen right now. I know you guys see this. A lot of WMMA powerhouse fights, right? Getting ready to go down. And we getting ready to talk about everything that you see on the screen. Can you guys kind of decipher anything that you see here? So guys, I am starting a fighter t-shirt fund. All the fighters that I've ever interviewed on No Filter MMA. I have the shirts, but it's the shipping cost. Shipping. I have to ship to the UK. I have to ship all over the United States to all the fighters that I've interviewed over the duration of this podcast. So, as you guys know, shipping can be expensive. And I actually was gonna send fighter kits. I was gonna send like a water bottle with it, with my logo on it, a T-shirt, of course, just little, things that a fighter could use. You know what I'm saying? Like I was gonna buy wraps, get wraps for their hands so they can use the wraps. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of help out these fighters, just like a little fighter gift package, little things that they can use while training, etc. A t-shirt that they can wear with my logo on it that they can use, that they can, and of course that's branding for me. That's free advertisement for me, but it's also a token of appreciation for the fighters that I've interviewed because I'm a fan of all those fighters, and I respect what those fighters do. They give us people like me, people like other podcasters. They give us something to talk about. Mm, you know, so you see the Cash App information there, guys. If you guys want to donate, you can. I will also put up how much we've raised as well to help toward the No Filter MMA Fighter Fund, guys. I got to ship, like I said, to the UK, to here, to there, T-shirt, it's that stuff costs a lot of money. So let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. All right. So there's two big. There's two big fights in the collective women's MMA community coming up, and that's Holly Holm versus Irina Aldana, and then you have Caitlyn Vieira versus Yana Kunitskaya. Now, first of all, I want to talk about the Caitlyn Vieira and the Yana Kunitskaya fight. Guys, I just uploaded a video on this. Let me if you got the trees, light the trees up, guys, because we getting ready to do some talking. We getting ready to do some talking. Let me see here. Been a long day at work too. Mm-mm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So let's do this. Kevin Vieira versus Irina. I mean versus Yana Kunitskaya. Wow. Wow. Okay. So let's start this matchup, guys. Just like I said in the video that I uploaded, guys. This fight right here is a barn burner. This is a barn burner. I mean, you got speed, you have accuracy, you have timing, you have cardio versus power and durability. So we know Kunitskaya don't have knockout power. Anything that Kunitskaya throws at Caitlyn Vieira, it's not going to put her out unless it's a kick, unless it's some kind of kick. Let me see here. Share this to my Facebook. Okay, so I mean, like I said, Kunitskaya is, and I've said this over and over again. Kunitskaya isn't going to really throw something at somebody that's going to put them out. That's just not the type of striker that Yana Kunitskaya is. She's more of a volume striker, a pinpoint accuracy fighter, a point fighter. You know what I'm saying? And she's gonna throw that jab. She's gonna throw teeps. She's gonna throw body kicks. She's gonna throw hooks. She's gonna throw elbows. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that's gonna come at you from any kind of strike that can be thrown at you, Yana Kunitskaya is gonna throw it at you. And that's what makes this matchup so intriguing. Is yes, Caitlyn Vieira has the power advantage, but can Caitlyn Vieira she find Yana Kunitskaya? Can she find Yana Kunitskaya? Because Yana is not gonna make the same mistake that she made against Aspen Ladd. She won't make that same mistake because that's just the type of fighter that Yana is. She's not gonna make the same mistake twice. You know what I'm saying? She won't come in with her. She won't come in and get caught off guard with a punch like what Aspen threw at her and just knock Yana Kunitskaya down, man. Like that big old tree fell. That big old tree fell down to the ground. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that big old tree fell, man. And I mean, Aspen Ladd, you can call Aspen Ladd a damn lumberjack. Cause she chopped that big ass tree called Yana Kunitskaya. She dropped it down, and she chopped it down. Mm, 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 mm. So Yana, so let's look, guys. Let's talk about this. Can Caitlyn Vieira can she find Yana Kunitskaya? That is such a good question. Like, will she be able to find Yana Kunitskaya? Can she land that big punch on Kunitskaya? That is the question that we can only answer when they fight. Because Yana Kunitskaya, man, I mean, just the movement, the kicks, I mean, all that volume that Yana Kunitskaya is gonna throw at Caitlyn Vieira, it's gonna wear Caitlyn down over time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely gonna wear Vieira down over time. Um, because we've seen Vieira started to gas in the Cat Zingano fight, and I know that fight is so long ago, but that's only one fight ago. You know what I'm saying? She only had one fight since the Cat Zingano fight. So I mean, and in that third round is when that was a very close round. I mean, well, no. Rounds 1 and 2 were very close. Round 3, on the other hand, was all Cat Zingano. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's because all that Cat was doing, all the grappling, all the body kicks that Cat was drawing Caitlyn Vieira into. That's one thing too. Caitlyn Vieira is susceptible to a body kick, and Cat Zingano, man, mm, Cat Zingano laid that body kick into Caitlyn Vieira, man. She did, and it started to wear on Caitlyn Vieira by the third round. We saw that. We all saw that. So now if you're talking about somebody who's susceptible to kicks, and then you talk about them matched up in a fight with Yana Kunitskaya, it's like, oh, that's not a good look. Which of course is going to take more than body kicks from Kunitskaya to stop or beat someone like Caitlyn Vieira. You know what I'm saying? But that's an opening that I'm sure if anyone can find it, it's going to be Yana Kunitskaya. If Cat Zingano can find an opening to strike, to land a clean strike on somebody, then I'm very sure that Yana Kunitskaya can find a hole to strike somebody, an opening as far as strikes against an opponent. So, one of the best strikers technically in the division. My dream fight is Kunitskaya versus Holm. That is my dream fight. Holly Holm, along with GDR, Amanda Nunes, whatever, arguably one of the best strikers in women's bantamweight history. You know what I'm saying? Like arguably one of the best strikers. So it'd be a huge test for Kunitskaya, but I believe Kunitskaya can hang with Jermaine. I believe Kunitskaya can hang with Holly. I believe she can hang with the best as far as technique wise. The only problem with Yana is the power, and I keep saying that over and over again because I keep circling back to that point. That's her biggest flaw is power. So, but as far as technique wise, as we can see in fighters like Rory McDonald, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Let me think of who else. Joanna Young Jacek, Valentina Shevchenko, When we see fighters like that, it's not always about power. It's about somebody constantly being hit every time before they can even get themselves in a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? If you go back and watch the Kunitskaya fight with Marion Renault, the problem that Marion Renault was having, for one, other than just the size difference and the reach and things like that she was at a disadvantage to Kunitskaya, is just that every time Marion Renault was trying to put something together, she was getting jabbed, she was getting kicked, she was getting clinched. You know what I'm saying? And that's just Kunitskaya is just that busy of a fighter. She will go 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 because she's not gonna fade. Her cardio is not gonna fade, even with damage. When she got busted up, when Marion Renault busted her nose with that right hand in the third round of their fight, you never saw Kunitskaya deviate from her game plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, that has to speak something. That has to speak. Listen, guys, I'm not a fighter, and if I can recognize that, then I'm pretty sure you guys that have been fans for the last 10, 11 years, 12 years, 13 years, like I have. You know what I'm saying? I started watching MMA 2005-ish. You know what I'm saying? So it's been really 15 years since I've been watching this sport. So, for you guys that's been watching this sport a lot longer than I have, you know what I'm saying, or are more of a diehard fan than I am, which I don't think you can get more diehard than a podcaster. But yeah. Like I was saying, when you watch that fight with Marion Renault, even under damage, Kunitskaya still fights through it. She fights through, and she doesn't deviate from her game plan, which I think is one of the best things that you can do. Persistence, tenacity, you know what I'm saying? And those things carry fighters past the point that they ever think they could go. You know what I'm saying? Tenacity. Look at Miesha Tate, man. When she fought Holly Holm, pure tenacity. That fifth round, it was just everything that we had seen in Miesha Tate's career come to a head right there. It was everything in Miesha Tate's career right there came to a head in the fifth round of that fight. See fighters like Kunitskaya who can fight through those adversities, or if they're down, can just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy, then that's a dangerous fighter. And I see Kunitskaya as that type of fighter ever since that Marion Renault fight. Ever since that Marion Renault fight, man, I'm just like, wow, Kunitskaya will take damage and still keep coming. So now, when you flip over to the Caitlyn Vieira side of things, like I said in my previous video, guys, this fight is very advantageous for Caitlyn Vieira, and this is why I say that. Is up until the point where she got knocked out, you know what I'm saying, by Irina Aldana, man. Caitlyn Vieira had a lot of success in that fight. She had buku tons of success in that fight. She busted Irina Aldana up. One of those girls were gonna go out. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of those girls were gonna go out. It was only a matter of time before somebody got caught in that fight. It was only a matter of time before somebody got caught, because them girls were landing flush shots on each other, and you could hear those shots in that fight. You know what I'm saying? They both have that pop. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen that someone who throws a powerful strike like Aspen Ladd, you know what I'm saying, can put Kunitskaya away. You know what I'm saying? She can be put away, but so can Caitlyn Vieira. But we know that Kunitskaya ain't really throwing nothing, probably besides a spinning back fist, or an elbow, or a kick that would put somebody out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it would have to take something like that coming from Kunitskaya, unless Kunitskaya has evolved her game. I don't know what Kunitskaya we're going to see coming off of that loss. The loss to Cyborg, it is what it is, guys. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I mean, you just have to take that. You just have to, Yana just got to eat that. You know what I'm saying? She just had to eat that. She had to eat that loss to come into the UFC. She stood no chance against Chris Cyborg. And for somebody to not stand a chance against Chris Cyborg and to come in and muscle up Cyborg in the clinch and to take Cyborg's back, man, that is straight up impressive. You know what I'm saying? That's but that's not what got me onto Kunitskaya. But I gained a lot more respect from her since that fight. Um, but like I said, guys, Caitlyn Vieira versus Irene Aldana, man, they both landed heavy damage. You know, by the time the knockout happened, guys, those girls were both like severely beat up. Like they were pretty bruised up to that point. You know what I'm saying? It was like to the point where like the next clean hit was somebody was gonna go out. Somebody was gonna go out the next clean flush hit that landed from either girl. And it just so happened to be Irene Aldana. Superior, supreme striking, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you in a fight like that, and it's literally like, you up on your I was up on my feet watching that fight. I wasn't expecting that fight to be like that. I was up on my feet watching watching Caitlyn Vieira versus Ariani Aldana after about 30 seconds. That's how good of a fight that was. Now this fight, I think it'll be more of like a puzzle piece. Like I'll be on my toes, like okay, okay, Yana, let's stay clean. It'd be a much more tense fight for me than that fight was. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with this fight, this is very 50-50. You could, Kunitskaya could possibly, well, then on the feet it's 50-50. Can Yana keep the distance? Can Yana implement that jab? Um, can Yana, throw that 1-2, end it with that body kick? Can Yana, throw that spinning back kick? She throws a beautiful spinning back kick. Um, she throws a teep kick. Can she? The only head kick you really see Yana Kunitskaya throw is a front head kick right up the middle. You know what I'm saying? You'll see Yana throw that. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the ground game, you got Caitlyn Vieira. I see somebody coming in. What's up? I don't know who it is, but what is popping? Caitlyn Vieira is people going to say, well, Caitlyn Vieira can take Yana Kunitskaya down. Yeah, she can take Yana Kunitskaya down, but Yana Kunitskaya is very good on the ground, guys. Like she's not like it's not like we're dealing with Caitlyn Chukagian here, who's just saying that they're good on the ground. Yana Kunitskaya has 2 submission wins over Tanya Evinger. That speaks a lot from somebody who comes from a Muay Thai, Taekwondo, Thai kickboxing background. That speaks a lot of numbers for somebody who comes from a striking background, that she was able to get 2 submission wins over Tanya Evinger. Women's pioneer, one of the best grapplers. We're talking Misha Tate level grappler, Ronda Rousey level grappler. Um, you know, and she was able to go there and submit Tanya Evinger and capture the Invicta Bantamweight belt. Guys, bottom line is Caitlyn Vieira versus Yana Kunitskaya is going to be a hell of a fight. That's one of the best. This is one of the best matchups. What's going on here? Is Shannon Knapp over in the UFC putting these matches together? Whoever is making these female fights are actually getting the shit right. Somebody's actually getting the shit right. This is perfect. This is perfect. Irina Aldana versus Holly Holm and Kunitskaya versus Caitlyn Vieira are perfect matchups. I'm down for those matchups 7 days a week. I'm down with that. You know, so if you guys got anything to say, whoever's watching, y'all got anything to say about Kunitskaya and Vieira, go ahead and drop it in the comment section. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Holly and Aldana. Now, everybody's riding high on Irina Aldana right now, as should be. Like everybody should be talking about Irina Aldana right now. She put on an impressive performance against Caitlyn Vieira, who I thought would win that fight. I thought Caitlyn Vieira would beat Irina Aldana, even though Irina Aldana has looked good in her past few fights. I thought Caitlyn, because I quit betting against Caitlyn. Like I quit picking against Caitlyn Vieira when she beat Kat Zingano. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, So in close fights, they're gonna give it to Caitlyn Vieira. and she's good. You know what I'm saying? She did nullify Cat Zingano. That was a very back and forth fight. You know what I'm saying? So if she's able to, I'm thinking in my head, I'm thinking I put Cat Zingano as one of the best. And when I see someone who's relatively unknown come in and beat somebody like a veteran like Cat Zingano, I'm like, okay, this girl might be good. This girl must be good. You know what I'm saying? In a close fight like in the Cat Zingano fight, she got the nod. Okay, she must have done something to convince them judges that she should have been there. So I'm cool with that. I'm totally cool with that. But as far as against Holly Holm, man, you know, when you get to Holly, it's like it's really a test for Irene Aldana. Like Holly is a very good striker. Now Holly has some holes in her striking. And Valentina Shevchenko was able to expose that. She was able to expose some of the holes in Holly's striking. Like Holly don't like to be counterpunched. It's hard for when Holly has to when Holly's not leading. Like when somebody's not when Holly is not forced to lead, she does better. When Holly is the counterpuncher, she's much better than when Holly is the aggressor. You know what I'm saying? Like when Holly's the counter, that's how she beat Ronda. She countered Ronda Rousey to death. That's how she was beating Miesha Tate. She was countering Miesha Tate to death. You know what I'm saying? But somebody like Irene Aldana, man, it's a test for if it's a test for Irene. Is Irene gonna fall into that bait and start being the aggressor toward Holly Holm? Because that's where you're gonna mess up at is when you're trying to be when you're trying to put pressure on Holly. You know what I'm saying? Like you mess up. Now Amanda Nunes, on the other hand, Holly just bit on a feint. You know what I'm saying? And then Amanda Nunes was able to catch her slipping. You know what I'm saying? Like she caught her slipping. She caught her in the trend. I don't know how she caught her. Like I don't know what to say, but she feinted and Holly bit on the feint. And then boom, here come the head kick. And she just put Holly out. You know what I'm saying? And Irene Aldana, on the other hand, is she that type of striker? Is her octagon IQ good enough? Because if your octagon IQ is not good, you know what I'm saying, then think about who Holly has lost to, guys. Holly has beat people who really didn't have that good octagon IQ. Ronda Rousey, Rocky Pennington, Betch Kohea. You know what I'm saying? Like she beat those girls, man. Other than Marion Renault, you know what I'm saying. But Megan Anderson, she beat Megan Anderson. But look at who Holly has lost to. Holly lost to people with great octagon IQ. Jermaine Durandame, Chris Cyborg, Miesha Tate. You know what I'm saying? Like Amanda Nunes. Holly has lost against girls who have really good octagon IQ. Is Irene Aldana, does she have the type of octagon IQ to go in there with somebody who's more of a better striker than she is? Size, I don't think will be an issue because Irene Aldana is a big bantamweight. But is Irene Aldana smart enough, or is she gonna try to pull a brawl out of Holly Holm? Listen, Holly is not gonna brawl with you. That's what people need to understand. People need to understand that Holly Holm is not going to brawl with you. She is going to play the Kuniskaya game. That's the type of striker that she is. She's going to jab you. She's going to counter you. She's not going to come in and just throw caution to the wind and bang with you. Like she's not going to give Irene Aldana the same fight that Caitlyn Vieira gave her, to where it opens up Caitlyn Vieira. It opens up that type of engaging in that type of fight opened Caitlyn Vieira up to be knocked out because she was taking as much as she was giving. You know what I'm saying? So, and Holly is not going to give Irene Aldana that same type of fight that Lucy Pudilova gave her, that Caitlyn Vieira gave her. They're not going to give her that same type of fight. So it's like, how good is Irene Aldana? This is going to answer the question. This fight is going to answer the question. And Holly is the perfect opponent. Holly is now with a win over Holly, whoever is the champion, if Amanda Nunes retires, whatever's said and done, Irene Aldana should be challenging Amanda Nunes for the belt, or she should be fighting for the belt as far as fighting for a vacant belt. She should be one. I'd say either the winner of Ladd and Pena versus Aldana, if the winner of Holly Aldana versus the winner of either Ladd and Pena or Vieira and Kunitskaya. Guys, we are looking at four of the possible, we're looking at four women who could, with Vieira, Kunitskaya, Home, Aldana, Pena, Ladd. Out of those six girls, two of them are going to be fighting for the belt if Amanda Nunes decides to retire. If Amanda Nunes does not retire, one of them is going to be fighting her for the belt. Out of those six women, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got Kunitskaya. If she beats Caitlyn Vieira, boom, now Kunitskaya is in the picture. Vieira beats Holly Holm. I mean, if Aldana beats Holly Holm, boom, Aldana's in the picture. You know what I'm saying? It's who, if Pena beats Ladd, which I think Juliana Pena beat Aspen Ladd, boom, you got Juliana Pena in the picture. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, what is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on here? Like, bantamweight is becoming a fucking Shark Tank again. It's been a long time since bantamweight was a Shark Tank, guys. With somebody like Amanda at the top, it's hard to call it a Shark Tank. You know what I'm saying? But now we've seen some knockouts. I mean, you've got Irene Aldana here knocking people out. You know what I'm saying? You got Caitlyn Vieira banging with people, Aspen Ladd knocking people out, Yana Kunitskaya jabbing people to death. And you just got Juliana Pena mauling people to death. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy right now. It really is crazy. It really is crazy at 135 pounds right now, guys. This is probably the best time for 135 pounds since the Ronda Rousey Miesha Tate days. This is a good time for 135 pounds, guys. Really, I mean, really, it is. Mm, it really is. It really is, guys. So I'm gonna be talking about these fights, man, until they happen. I'm gonna be really talking about these women, these bantamweight fights, man, because these are big fights. For a WMMA person like me, I love women's MMA. You know what I'm saying? And even though you see me talk about everything, you see me talk about men's MMA. I talk about men's MMA, but I'm gonna talk women. I talk more women's MMA. It is what it is. But very interesting, man. Very interesting fights here. Very interesting fights. Of course, it's fight week. It's fight week. It's fight week. It's motherfucking fight week. Shit. Mm. Jillian, the Savage Robinson. Jillian Robinson, here we go. This is it. Guys, listen. It's time for me to sit up. It's time for me to sit up and get serious, guys. This is it, guys. If Jillian Robinson is at a crossroads right now. Okay, she lost him. She lost that big fight to Macy Barber. This is a fight. This is a tough fight for Jillian. This is a tough fight for Robinson. Mm, it's a real tough fight for Jillian Robinson. Courtney Casey is big. Courtney Casey is good. Courtney Casey is strong. She's a fighter. Jillian Robinson has to win this fight. She has to win. Jillian has to go on another one of them Jillian Robinson mean streaks. She has to. Like this, she has to go. See, the thing about Montana De La Rosa, guys, those are my two picks out of this division. I have a few more picks, but my top picks in this division are Jillian Robinson and Montana De La Rosa. Montana De La Rosa's only lost once. Jillian's lost twice, even though Jillian's had more fights. So Jillian's had more opportunities to lose. She also had more opportunities to win. But Jillian Robinson, this is the crossroads for Jillian Robinson. Now everybody start people still anyways, people are now starting to catch on to Jillian Robinson. You know what I'm saying? People like, okay, we know who Courtney Casey is, and we hear you talking about Jillian Robinson. So if Jillian Robinson can take out Courtney Casey, if Jillian Robinson can take out Courtney Casey, then we'll start talking about Julian Robinson. Guys, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. I can't accept that. I cannot accept that. I can't accept that. I don't want to accept that. Now, Coach Shelton Harrison, Coach, I understand what he's saying when he's saying, okay, I'm starting to see what you mean with Julian Robinson because Coach know what the fuck he looking at. Coach know what the fuck he looking at. I give him that. Me and Coach bump heads, but the motherfucker knows what he's talking about. I can't dispute that. He knows what the fuck he's talking about, guys. You know what I'm saying? And when you have two alpha males gonna bump heads, but much respect to Coach. I much respect. But anyways, I understand what he says when he says, okay, BJ, if she wins this fight, now we have to talk about Julian Robinson. Because he's like, because guys, how many more fights would Jillian Robinson have to win in the UFC? In the short time that this flyweight division has been alive, who is one of the most winningest flyweights in the division? Jillian the fucking Savage Robinson. How much more does Jillian Robinson have to do? What more does she have to do? And guys, if she goes out here and beats Courtney Casey, don't jump on the Jillian Robinson train. Do not jump on the Jillian. You know, we're gonna have this bandwagon discussion tonight because I actually had no intention on talking about bandwagons when it came to this fight, but I'm gonna talk about it. You know, it relates to this fight. You know what I'm saying? I can make a point about that when it comes to this fight. Listen, guys, I don't want to. Don't come commenting on my channel. Don't come commenting on my channel saying, you know, uh, oh, Jillian Robinson's good. Oh, you said it, this and that. No, 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 no. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I've been the one supporting Jill. I'm the only person on YouTube, guys. I am the original Jillian Robinson supporter when it comes to YouTube channel. Me. Me. I'm the only person. I have looked, even for people who interview Jillian, they just interview her. That's it. Jillian would do an interview with anybody. She loves doing interviews. You know what I'm saying? Like she loves to do interviews. She loves to talk. She loves to talk about because Jillian loves fighting. So she loves to talk about fighting. You know what I'm saying? She loves to talk about fighting. If you could get Jillian talking about fighting, then you're gonna get Jillian. You're gonna see somebody completely inside their element, in their element. You're gonna see her 100% in her element, man. And that's why I love talking to Jillian Robinson because what she's saying when Jillian says, you know, I'm working hard. Don't let that voice fool you. By the way, but when she says, you know, I'm training 3-4 times a day. Dean Thomas. I'm working with Dean 3 times a day. His style is my style. I'm just listening to my coach and I'm just training hard and staying ready. Like I want to fight anybody. I want to fight anybody. When you hear her saying that shit, dude, she not just saying that in this sweet little voice. She means that shit, bro. And to me, that's what I'm talking. That's what excites me is her drive to fight, her drive to win. You can literally see her trying to win every fight that she's in. If any fight that she's in, you see Jillian Robinson trying to win that fight. You see her thinking. You see her trying to execute her game plan. You see her trying to win this fight. And I'm the only person who recognized her hustle. I'm the only person who recognized her hustle. So don't come jumping on the bandwagon. Don't rush over to No Filter MMA. talking about Jillian Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was talking about Jillian Robinson, y'all didn't want to hear that. Y'all didn't want to hear that. Y'all didn't want to hear none of that. When I was talking about Jillian Robinson, oh, y'all don't want to hear it. It was an abomination of words to y'all. Telling you. Mm. It's funny how MMA fans are, man. It's funny how MMA fans are, man. I mean, I'm telling you, man. Y'all, you guys are some of you guys. Now, my good people like Clay Dog, you know what I'm saying? Women in Combat Sports, Arpa Singh, um, Marcus Bell, George Page. I'm not talking about y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about these other fools. If you one of my mains and I didn't name you, don't take that seriously. But these left field fools on these Facebook pages that just don't know anything, that have not looked, they don't know anything about these fighters. They just the the whole thing about a fighter is only as good as their last fight. That's bullshit, guys. I mean, come on, man. That's I mean, you literally got two people locked in a cage fighting using these ancient skills meshed into one damn skill and trying to make this and trying to literally stop the other person, trying to defeat the other person. Gladiator type shit. Real 200 BC type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Just because somebody loses, that does not make them garbage, guys. I mean, it doesn't make them garbage. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yes, she lost to Macy Barber. So what? So what? A lot of girls have lost to Macy Barber. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it is what it. Like I said, it is what it is, man. That doesn't take any kind of notch out of Jillian Robinson's belt. She's not a fucking gatekeeper. No, she's not. You can't be a gatekeeper if you keep winning. You can't. She's. I mean, They look who they've given Jillian to. They've given Jillian to girls that they are trying to push. Okay, and the only one that really succeeded was Macy Barber. Maida Brano Silva, they weren't trying to leapfrog anywhere. They weren't trying to leapfrog her anywhere. I mean, I can say that. Um, but they gave her Sarah Froda. They were trying to build Sarah Froda up to be this dangerous knockout artist. You know what I'm saying? They gave her Veronica Macedo. They were giving her Veronica Macedo, hoping that Veronica Macedo could get a fucking win in the UFC. And then they gave her Meatball Molly McCann, who is a huge star in Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? Like Cage Warriors. They love her in the UK, man. I mean, they love Molly McCann in the UK. Her and Darren Till and Michael Bisping, those fighters, man, those fighters have a huge fan base. Those fighters from the UK, man, they have a huge, 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 huge fan base. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. I mean, the one thing about the UK, they love their fighters, no matter what level they're on. No matter what level they're on. Think about my boy Scott Superman Butters. You know what I'm saying? Scott, he fought in Contenders and he had a fight in Cage Warriors. He never made it to the big league. But if you were to go to the UK and you were to go to the MMA scene and you mention the name Scott Butters, everybody is going to know exactly who that is. You go to the UK to the MMA scene and you mention the names Tom and Richard Mearns, the twins that I always have on here, you're going to know exactly, they're going to know exactly who they are. Listen, the UK fans don't play, and they were hoping that Molly McCann could come into the UFC and get an easy win over Julian Robinson. And what happened? That wasn't what happened. Jillian Robinson damn had Molly McCann twitching on the ground at the end of that fight. She choked Molly McCann out so damn slick and so quick and so fast and so easy, man. It was just like, I mean, she choked out. I mean, Jillian Robinson's rear naked choke is just it's no joke, man. And Courtney Casey's gonna have to really watch out because that tricky Jillian Robinson is now incorporating striking into her game. Jillian Robinson, y'all, listen, guys, I'm telling y'all, I know what I'm talking about here. Okay, Jillian Robinson is in strike is incorporating striking into her because like I said, like I told you, ain't nobody rolling on the ground with Jillian Robinson. Nobody. So Jillian Robinson is becoming that well-rounded fighter, guys. That's the biggest. That's the only thing that y'all can say about Jillian Robinson is that her striking is not there. So what are you gonna say to Jillian when her striking is there? I've asked this question before, and I still haven't gotten an answer about it. So back to my main point, guys. Jillian Robinson has to win this fight. I mean, it's as simple as that. Is if she loses this fight, then I would say, you know, then the general consensus of MMA fans are gonna consider her a gatekeeper. I would never consider her a gatekeeper because Jillian Robinson is not a gatekeeper. You know, gatekeepers are usually people who don't really pose that much of a threat to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are fighters that like don't really pose any kind of threat. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, let's think of a good one, like Elias Theodorou. Even though I was a huge Elias fan, I liked Elias Theodorou. I did. I did. I really did. I liked Elias Theodorou. You know what I'm saying? But he was kind of a gatekeeper. But you know what I'm saying? But there was no danger factor from Elias. You know what I'm saying? Like there was like his style. There was really no danger factor from Elias Theodorou. He just kept winning. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. There was no danger from Elias Theodorou. He just kept winning. That's it. Theodorou just kept winning. So I'm not taking anything away from his skill set. He just kept fucking winning with that ugly style that he got. You know what I'm saying? But see, when you talk about Jillian Robinson, it's different. I mean, you talk about Jillian Robinson, man. You're talking about supply. You talking arguably the best jujitsu in the division. I mean, you literally are talking the best. You're talking about the best jujitsu in the division. Gatekeepers don't have danger factors like that. You know what I'm saying? But even then, I couldn't consider her a gatekeeper. But if she loses to Courtney Casey, then it wouldn't upset me that much if I seen that being floated around. But I'm seeing that being floated around right now, and it's like, okay, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, guys, she is nowhere close to a gatekeeper. I mean, let's be real. I mean, this girl's been ranked. You know what I'm saying? Like, she lost to Macy Barber, bro. Macy Barber has the power to put any flyweight out, including Valentina Shevchenko. You know what I'm saying? Like, Macy Barber has that type of power. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like Maida Agapova has power like that. So I'm gonna move on from the Jillian Robinson Courtney Casey fight. If y'all got something to say about that, say it. I'll come back to it. Just like the Kunitskaya Vieira home Aldana thing. You know what I'm saying? Anything to say about it, I'll come back to it. But I have to keep going with this whole bandwagon thing, man. Everybody has jumped on the bandwagon of Maria Agapova. Like everybody's jumped on that Maria Agapova bandwagon. I mean, this is the craziest shit I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? This how you know. This is how you know that the people that you see commenting on shit that they're casual fans. Hold on, guys. Okay, you know, like the MMA fans, man, are just hilarious, man. It's just, you guys, they don't know any, you stupid idiots. And I'm only addressing these stupid idiots that you see on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You see these fools on there, you know what I'm saying? And they just don't know nothing about women's MMA. They see a performance and then all of a sudden they make these statements, and it's like, dude, they seen Maria Agapova go in there against Hannah Cifers. Guys, Hannah Cifers is an atom weight. She is undersized at straw weight. She is undersized at straw weight. Why would her team allow her to take a fight at bantamweight? I mean, at flyweight. Listen, guys, did they not do a simple Google search? Did they not do a simple Google search and see who the fuck that they were fighting? Did they? I mean, it would have taken a simple Google search to click Maria Agapova footage from Invicta. She's got footage out there. Why would Hannah Cifers' team allow her to go in that octagon with Maria Agapova? I mean, that was just the craziest thing ever. Like, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen because she got the hell beat out of her. Hannah Cifers did not need. I understand Hannah Cifers is trying to pull like a Angela Hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's trying to pull an Angela Hill and go on this mean streak. You know what I'm saying? By being active, but no, that this was a step too far. I believe. I believe this was a step too far for sure. I don't believe that she should have been in there with Maria Agapova. I mean, just a significant size difference, guy. I mean, significant size difference. And so as you keep, as my point keeps rolling, everybody's jumping on her bandwagon. Oh my God, Maria Agapova, she's gonna dominate these flyweights. She's gonna do this now. She's big. This, I'm like, okay, let's assess what we saw this past weekend. And what we saw this past weekend was someone who can fight at bantamweight fighting an atom weight. You've seen a big, large size 125 pounder fighting a 105 pounder who just didn't cut any weight. This is what you saw. You saw a big 125-pound fighter who probably walks around about 140 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like Maria Agapova, y'all. She walking around about a buck 40, a buck, maybe even like a buck 45 at her head. I mean, let me think about. Let me look her up right quick, y'all. Let me look at another picture of this girl. Let me look at another picture of Agapova. Let me see. I mean, I just gotta look one more time, man, to make sure that feel like I'm not feeling stupid for saying that this girl probably walks around about a buck 40, a buck 45. Let me look and see. Maria Agapova. Wow. Wow, guys. Dude, yeah, I feel 100% confident saying that Maria Agapova probably walks around about a buck 40, a buck 45. You know what I'm saying? Like, I straight up am confident saying that. Yeah, for sure. Hannah Cyphers probably tops out about 128, 129, 130. That's where Hannah Cyphers is probably topping out at. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's just a significant difference in size, man. And that was just crazy that they let her go in there. But back to what I was saying, guys. You know what I'm saying? I like Maria Agapova. She's pretty good. But unless they pull a Viviane Atarujo and leapfrog this girl up through the division, that'll be her best path. I think that would be like a best path because she could get lucky and beat a lot of girls. I mean, she could end up beating some of those girls. You know what I'm saying? Just like Viviane Atarujo did. She got the win over Alexis Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like, now she's fighting, and then she lost to Jessica Allen. Now she's fighting Jennifer Maia. Still playing around up at the top of the division. You know what I'm saying? Like, Atarujo is still playing around up at the top of that division. So straight up, um, Let me see. Um, like I was saying, you know, that'll be her best path to victory. To get a win. If she was to go in there and knock out, if Agapova was to go, knock out Montana De La Rosa, or knock out Antonina Shevchenko, or knock out KGB, or something like that. If Agapova was to go do something like that, if they were to leapfrog her like that, then I get it. Okay, then she gets the Adaruho treatment. I mean, it just is what it is. She'll be getting the Viviane Adaruho treatment. You know what I'm saying? I had to come to terms with the Viviane Adaruho treatment. I was like, okay, so this is what they gonna do. They gonna leapfrog this girl up through the division. Okay, it is what it is. I gotta be cool with that. It is what it is. So that would be like the best thing for her. If she's looking at any kind of immediate, if she's wanting to just fight. Well, she calling out Shayna Dobson, so she must not be trying to get up there like that. But Shayna Dobson, that's an easy fight, man. I mean, come on, that's an easy fight for her. But there's sharks, guys, at the bottom of this division. You know what I'm saying? The lower, I wouldn't say the bottom, but the lower tier of this division is. I think the flyweight division is broke up into three tiers. You have the top tier of Chukagian, Valentina. I'm talking about just as how this division is viewed. You have Valentina. You have Jessica I. You have now you have Cynthia Calvillo. You have Chukagian at the top, and then you have that middle. You have and then you have Roxanne Modafferi, KGB, Montana De La Rosa, uh, um, uh, you know, um, who else am I thinking? Joanne Calderwood. Then you have that middle section, and then you have the Jillian Robinsons, um, the Antoninas. Well, not even the Antoninas, the Molly McCanns. You have the Ariani Lipskys. You have that, and then you have the bottom tier with the Priscilla Cachoeiras and stuff like that, the Shauna Dobson. But guys, at the bottom of this division, at the third, between the third and fourth tier of this division, I'm getting a little too technical here. But anyways, toward the bottom of the division, guys, there's some sharks. You know, I would see her beating a Shauna. I would see everybody on the screen, all the flyweights that I have on the screen, beating Shauna Dobson. All of them would beat Shauna Dobson. But Priscilla Cachoeira, guys, listen, I'm gonna go through each and every one of these girls on the right hand side of the screen over here. I'm gonna go through all of them. I'm gonna go through every last one of them and talk about why they would probably beat Maria Agapova, guys. You know what I'm saying? Molly McCann, just tenacity, man. Tenacity, man. She's implemented a ground game into her skill set, and she's evolving as a fighter, man. And Molly McCann is a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, she went toe to toe with a powerful striker in Priscilla Cachoeira, man, and came out on top. She can absorb the damage. She can take the damage. She can fight through the damage. She can lay her own damage, and she's mixed takedowns into her game. And she has a ton of momentum behind her. Like Molly McCann, guys, I'm telling you, she's gonna be good in this division. She just needs more time, and she ran into a tough matchup when she came in against Jillian Robinson. She hit a tough spot because Jillian is a tough fighter. Jillian's a good fighter. Uh, so then you go to Priscilla Cachoeira herself. Man, I'm telling you, she's lost some fights. She got beat down by Valentina, um, and she lost another. She lost to Molly McCann, guys. But man, she hurt Shauna Dobson, man. I mean, Priscilla Cachoeira is known for that berserker style, man. She's known for that come straight forward, that Vanderlei Silva, just come straight forward, straight in front of you, come straight down the pipe at you. You know what I'm saying? That's Priscilla Cachoeira, very old school brawl. No jabs. She ain't throwing no jab. She ain't throwing no jab. Looping punches only. Looping powerful punches only is gonna come from Priscilla Cachoeira. You know what I'm saying? It is no head movement, no jab, no nothing. is looping punches, and that's it. But Priscilla Cachoeira, the thing about Cachoeira is, and I know she got beat down pretty badly by Valentina Shevchenko, but Priscilla Cachoeira knows where to land those punches, and she hit Valentina Shevchenko with that right hand, and Valentina didn't want no part. I'm telling you, Valentina didn't want no parts of the power of Priscilla Cachoeira. That's why she took Priscilla Cachoeira down and completely nullified that skill set. She nullified that powerful striking of Priscilla Cachoeira by taking her to the ground and dominating her on the ground. Priscilla Cachoeira, doesn't matter the level of fighter, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking that her style is brawler. She knows how to brawl. If you if Maria Agapova goes into a fight with Priscilla Cachoeira and she wants to stand and bang, she better have damn good head movement because Priscilla Cachoeira is going to throw those bombs and she knows how to land those bombs. Molly McCann, you don't know what Molly McCann's going to do. You know what I'm saying? She's going to strike with you, and now she's implemented this ground game where this heavy top pressure where she gets you down, she takes you down. She learned from the Jillian Robinson fight. Molly McCann has grown as a fighter since the Jillian Robinson fight. You know what I'm saying? And she knew that she had to get it together. She said before she came into the Jillian Robinson fight, I hope this fight stays on the feet. Well, you were hoping for the wrong thing going into a fight with Jillian Robinson, hoping that fight was going to stay on the feet. Because that was not going to happen. Especially not that Jillian Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Not that Jillian Robinson. So let's move on to Jillian Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Maria, if Maria, I think the most winnable fight here would be Jillian. Oh, no, I wouldn't want to say Jillian Robinson because Jillian Robinson knows how to get around a lot. I mean, she beat Molly McCann, she beat Veronica Macedo, she beat Sarah Froda, which is very similar to Cachoeira. You know what I'm saying? She knows how to get around those powerful strikers. Jillian Robinson will take you down and she will cut you open and she will either choke you out or TKO you. So let's see. So Jillian Robinson would test Agapova's ground game. Let's see how good Agapova is off of her back with somebody like Jillian Robinson on top of her. You know what I'm saying? Jillian has excellent ground and pound. You know what I'm saying? So what? How would she fare up against Jillian Robinson? Would Jillian be able to get the takedown? Absolutely. Agapova is not the same size as Macy Barber. She's taller, she's leaner, and she's easier to take down. You know what I'm saying? So Jillian Robinson would definitely be a hard fight for Maria Agapova. And then last but not least, the violence queen, Ariani Lipsky. Mind blown. Let's talk about this fight. Man, she get in there with dude. Listen. Ariani Lipsky versus Maria Agapova would be a fucking good striking match because that is the type of fight that both of them would excel at, which you may end up seeing a grappling match, especially from Ariane Lipsky after her last fight with DePadua. You know what I'm saying? She has evolved her ground game. She's taking people down now. Um, Lipsky's taking girls down now, implementing her top game, ground and pound. You know what I'm saying? So you got girls here, man. And if the fight, let's say Agapova was to stuff a takedown from Ariane Lipsky. You know what I'm saying? Lipsky has to. If you force Lipsky to stay on the feet, how does that sound? You're forcing Ariane Lipsky to stay on the feet. Ariane Lipsky is going to go toe to toe with somebody like Maria Agapova. That is a very interesting matchup, guys. That's why I saved that matchup for last. Jillian Robinson Maria Agapova versus Ariane Lipsky is a very interesting matchup, and that is a very good striking match. That's a very intriguing striking match, guys. Very intriguing striking match. You know what I'm saying? Both very powerful strikers, very fast strikers. Ariane Lipsky, very powerful knockout power. You know what I'm saying? Maria Agapova, knockout power. You know what I'm saying? Now, Maria Agapova was able to take Hannah Cyphers down and submit her, but that was a beaten up Hannah Cyphers. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a beaten up Hannah Cyphers. How would she do on the ground with somebody like Jillian Robinson? You know what I'm saying? I want to see how good her ground game really is against top level competition. I really do. But as far as striking, she's got her hands full at 125 pounds. Because Molly McCann can strike with you, Priscilla Cachoeira can strike with you, Ariani Lipsky can strike with you. I mean, you got your hands full. You know what I'm saying? You got your hands full. And that's not to say if Jillian Robinson beats Courtney Casey, then you have Courtney Casey down there. You know what I'm saying? A big flyweight, who you're not going to be able to bully. The thing about Agapova is she likes to bully you. It's going to be hard to bully Jillian Robinson. It's going to be hard to bully Priscilla Cachoeira. It's going to be hard to bully Molly McCann. And it's going to be hard to bully Ariani Lipsky. I'm just saying, man. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So let's not jump on her. Let's not jump on her bandwagon too fast, guys. Let's let this girl actually face a legit flyweight before we start saying that she is gonna be this and she's gonna be that and she's gonna be this and she's gonna be that. She's gonna do this and she's gonna do that. I mean, let's just wait a little bit, guys. Let's just wait. Let's slow down a little bit because 125 pounds is a shark tank, guys. That is a shark tank. 125 pounds is a fucking shark tank. Just letting y'all know, man. I'm just letting y'all know 125 pounds is a shark tank. So you got to kind of be, wary before you jump on these bandwagons like that, man. You got to be safe and secure jumping on a bandwagon. You got to let that fighter prove to you that they are worth. You have to have evidence to back up what it is that you're claiming. When you start putting these fighters after one fight in the UFC, you start putting them on a pedestal. People are gonna say, "Oh, well, you put De La Rosa and Jillian Robinson on a pedestal." I had evidence to back it up. I had evidence to back it up. They were fighting legit flyweights. They weren't fighting anyone out of their weight class. You know what I'm saying? They weren't fighting someone that they had a huge advantage over as far as size or something like that. There was nothing going on like that. You know what I'm saying? Those girls fought credible flyweights at 125 pounds, in the UFC. Those girls deserve a little they deserve a little something. You know what I'm saying? They deserve, and I got evidence to back up the claims that I make. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So, um, well, guys, that's all I got to talk about. Not many people in here today. You guys will go back and watch it. Don't be mad if you guys missed the streams, man. You guys should follow me on social media, and you'll be able to know when I'm gonna go live. But don't be mad, Clay Dog, man. Women in combat sports. I mean, I've been on here for over an hour, so I've been on here for over an hour. So I mean, it's not like I'm only live for like 10 minutes and then I'm gone. I've been on here for an hour, man. But yeah, guys, you see it on the screen. Fighter T-shirt fun. Gonna ship these T-shirts out. I got them made. The No Filter MMA T-shirts are made. I just have to get them shipped, and shipping is very expensive, guys. So just something to help me grow my channel. To see my channel, and it's gonna be crazy to see my T-shirt in a different country. To see my logo in a different country. So, um, for sure, man, for sure, guys. Um, hold on, somebody's texting me. All right, yeah, guys, I've been on here for a while, so. Anyways, guys, the fighter T-shirt fund you can send to the Cash App No Filter 2018. Don't forget the dollar sign. It'd be greatly appreciated. I will put a thing up here that shows how much money has been raised, and that money will exclusively go to the fighter kits. I have to send one to Jillian Roberts. Hell, as many times as Jillian Roberts has been on here, I should send her two. Jillian Robertson gets one. Tatiana Flores gets one. Tom and Richard Mearns in the UK. Scott Butters in the UK. Leah Letson gets one. Eric Showtime Shelton gets one. Um, uh, uh, Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor gets one. Um, Eric Anders gets one. Let's see who else. Alan Crowder gets one. Um, Austin Hubbard gets one. I mean, guys, let me see who else. Dakota Zimmerman gets one. There's a lot of people that's going to get these fighter kits, guys. So anything that you guys send will most definitely help. So thank you guys a lot for listening. And if you guys got anything to say about what was talked about, feel free to drop those comments, man. I love responding to comments. I love seeing comments pop up. I'm all for that, guys. I'm all for that. But yeah, guys, this will be your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like button. Hit that dislike button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And I am out. Unless you guys got something to say. Oh man, unless you guys got something to say. Man, I get a kick out of coming on here, man. I do, man. I really do. Podcasting is fun, man. It really is, especially when you can talk to the fighters and be able to send them kits and communicate with them like that. It's fun, man. I love talking about fights. I love talking about the fight game and sharing my opinion. It's all fun, man. It's all fun getting you guys' feedback. That's the best part, is the feedback. Fighters reaching out because I got a message from Cats and Gunner. When you get messages from fighters and they's like, hey, I saw what you said, and my channel is not big, y'all. My channel not big at all. Like, I do these live streams, but I don't usually get but 10 people on average. Like sometimes I'll get 1 or 2 viewers like now, or I'll get 10 or 11 viewers. So I'll get 12, 13 viewers while I'm live. So it averages out to about 10. You know what I'm saying? And 10 on average. And I get these messages from these fighters like, hey man, I appreciate the support. I saw what you said. I was searching my name on YouTube and I seen that you had said something about me in your video. I appreciate that. Or and I've had fighters reach out and say, well, that's not how I feel. That's not how I think. Um, and that's okay. Like I've had fighters reach out and say that. I'm like, oh no, it's I don't mean anything by it. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we feel. And I've gotten clarification from fighters like Caitlyn Chukagian, you know what I'm saying? Caitlyn Chukagian said something on Twitter, and I was like, whoa, okay, Chuk, chill out. And she was supposed to come on, but she never did, so I guess Chukagian got pissed off. It is what it is, though. It is what it is, guys. But yeah, man. If you guys ain't got nothing to say, I'm gonna get on out of here. You guys have a good day. And drop the comments. If you guys got anything you want to comment on what I said, drop it in the comments and we'll talk about it. Y'all have a good one, and I'm out.